Hey guys, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews here, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. My name is Marcus, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use a Blichmann beer gun. So purchased this Blichmann beer gun a while back, and I've been using it for a while now. And when I first used it, I borrowed it from a friend of mine, and didn't have instructions or anything like that, so I didn't really actually know how to use it properly. And I was reading reviews and stuff on them, and found out that probably a lot of people might hook it up wrong or may not use it correctly. So, they give it a bad review. So I figured, you know what, let's just do a video on how to properly use the Blichmann beer gun. So this is the way it comes in this nice case. You get a airline hose, which is this one right here. It's the one that's up to the top. You get your liquid line. Then it also comes with a ball valve and a pin lock. So depending on what you have, I have pin lock. Then it comes with both. It comes with a brush to clean out the nozzle, and with your instruction booklet, which I could have used when I had my buddies, and then replacement O-rings for the grips. So, and of course the gun itself. So everything you need. Some additional items you may need are going to be, a small clamp, and then I have this 7/16 wrench, so open end. And I have an adjustable wrench and a screwdriver. So just a regular flat screwdriver. So those are the other items I'm going to use to assemble the beer gun. So let's go ahead and get to assembling it. All right, so the beer gun comes out pretty easily. I mean, it's wedged in there pretty nice. I do not use the line provided, this particular airline. What I did do is I actually hooked up my own airline right here. So I hooked up this airline with the attachment here to go onto the gun itself. So I can show you that real quick. All right, so basically this piece down here is your airline. And then the piece in the back is your liquid line. And of course, the front has a gasket on there to keep liquid from coming out when you don't want it to. And it's simply a trigger. Your back flaps here allow CO2 to come out, and the trigger allows your liquid to come out. So you have flow control. So let's hook it up. So here's my airline. Again, I have this hooked up to my CO2 tank, and simply just thread that on the back. And this is where the 7/16 comes in handy. And essentially, the piece that's on the gun itself is going to want to twist along with it. So I like to hold it in place to tighten and just give it a little snug. That's all it takes. It doesn't take much. And then the liquid line right here. So that essentially will just go on the back, which it always gives me trouble. Make sure I get my clamp on there first and put that on. This should go on nice and snug. I mean, you don't want it to be loose, obviously, right? So I get it on far enough to, have something for the clamp to bite onto. So once the clamp is over and I could see metal on both sides, and I'll go ahead and tighten it up. So nice and snug. Okay, so that's good. So got that nice and snug. So everything's hooked up essentially. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hook my other end of the liquid line into my pin lock liquid adapter here. So that's snug as well. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to run this and put this on my keg. And just bring it over here. Here's my pin lock keg, and it's full of Star San. Star San is a sanitizer I use, and a lot of brewers will use. Commercial breweries don't use Star San. It's just too much foam, but and that's giving me trouble, but anyways, it goes on there. So that's on there. And then I have a separate air tank, which I don't need to hook onto there, but anyway. So that goes on there. And as you can see, the gun's almost ready to go. First things first, got to turn my air on here. And what I do is I like to set it very low. So you only need just a little bit. 1 or 2 PSI is all you need. So I'll turn that on and let's check it out. So this is your air. Oh, don't hear anything coming out. So all right, so let's test it out. So here's your air. Hear that? And then pull for liquid. Perfect. So let's take a look at that in action again. Trigger, air, liquid. Works perfect. Then let's see if we can fill some beer up. So real quickly, the advantage, so this is a counter pressure filler. So counter pressure filler. So I had this before, and it works by using CO2. Your liquid goes in the same tube. This is your escape right here where all your air comes out while the bottle's filling. And essentially, this goes in the bottle, and it has to seal the bottle to work properly, to fill from the bottom up. And it seals the bottle, keeps the oxygen out of there. So it works really well. But it is cumbersome to use, kind of a pain in the butt. The Blichmann is much better. Let me just show you how it works real quick here. So again, you have your CO2 pull trigger for your beer, and I have beer hooked up to this right now. So that can go in a bottle. I could purge CO2 and then fill from the bottom. So it's filling right now. Pull the trigger. And it works extremely well. So here it goes. So I got a good fill right there. Just take it out. I usually put it in a bucket of Star Sand, and then just cap. Done deal. So it works really well for bottles, but it also works extremely well for cans. That's what I got it for. I can my beer. So same thing, fill from the bottom up, put my lid on, spin my can. It works extremely well. So, definitely if you're considering buying a Blichmann, go for it. It's pretty easy to use once you get a hang of it. It's a one-hand use. So really cool, guys. Thanks for watching. Please follow, like, and subscribe. Cheers.